Good morning, everybody. It's good to be here with you on this beautiful Friday morning. Got a couple of things to discuss with you. This coming week, our City Council and myself are going to have a special City Council meeting where we're going to go on a bit of a road trip. We're actually going to head down to Utah. The first place we're going to visit is called Daybreak, Utah, and it's just to see how a community is developing and some of the opportunities that we might be able to take advantage of in our own area. We've been talking about the zoning that we have in our area and some of those things that we do with providing direction for how we'd like to see growth happen. And this is an area that has some wonderful growth happening. And we're hoping that we can find some great ideas that we can bring back and establish here in our own community. And then once we've done that, we're going to head over and review with Provo, their recreation center, and see the things that are there. And then a little later, we're going to go over to Springville, Utah, which is a little bit smaller community, has more of a medium-ranged size recreation outfit, and we're going to talk to them also about what they have and tour their facility, which is brand new. And as a matter of fact, that night they're having a bit of a grand opening. So we're going to be able to see those facilities and see what they have brought to their communities, and hopefully bring back some great ideas there. Next, I want to talk to you about our emergency services personnel. We've had some wonderful experiences during this last month with them. I want to give kudos to our fire department. Sometimes they do a lot of work, and very few of us hear about the things that they're doing, but I'm grateful for them and the work that they take care of each and every day. But particularly today, I want to concentrate upon our police department, because I've had the opportunity to have a couple of our citizens call me recently talking about the wonderful work that takes place there. The first one, I got a call yesterday afternoon, and many of you are aware that we had a young woman who came missing in our community. And our detective division, I want to particularly talk about them. That's headed by Jean Higgins. We're grateful for the leadership she gives there. But this individual particularly wanted to talk to me about Brandon Fowler and Tyler Tusher, who were the two detectives who worked on that and found this young woman. And to talk to this father as he talked to me about the professionalism that he experienced with our detectives as they worked tirelessly with him to take care of this very important issue. I just want to put kudos out to those good men that did a wonderful work, and in a very short order were able to bring this to where it needed to be and bring this young woman home. Just this morning, I received an email from one of our leading citizens who was pulled over last night as he was headed home from a late meeting by one of our officers. And Officer Kamek probably doesn't even know that he pulled over one of our leading citizens. But this individual didn't make known who he was, and he just wanted to let me know that how impressed he was with the professional way that traffic stop was handled, and that he had great confidence that if we had our folks trained to work that way, that they were serving our community very well. That seems to be the experience that I'm having. I'm grateful we have men and women in this community who are willing to take care of these emergency services that truly do keep us safe and make us a wonderful place to live. So I just want to put a great kudos out to them and the great work that they're doing. I also wanted to chat with you a little bit about this election that just took place this last week. Grateful for those who came out and supported, but as I have crunched the numbers during the last 24 hours, I'm a little bit concerned. As I looked at the numbers, we actually registered less than 2/3 of the potential voters in our community. And of that less than 2/3 that have registered to vote, less than 25% of them actually went to the polls and voted. That means that just 1 in 6 of our potential voters in this community took the opportunity this last Wednesday to go out and have their voices be heard. That's a little bit of a concern. That's less than 17% of our available population, eligible population, who went out and voted. We need to work on that. We really do. I'm grateful for those who do come out and vote and make sure that good things happen in our community. But that's a pretty small number in comparison. We need to find out why it is that those other 5 in 6 have determined that they're not going to participate. But just grateful for the opportunity. It's part of what makes us a free land, is to have the opportunity to come together and in these elections have our voice heard and determine the direction that we'll take as a community, as a state, and as a nation. So we'll have more discussion about that a little later on. I also wanted to talk to you about the Northgate Siphon Project. Exciting to see what's happening up there. The bids are being let, and within the next couple of weeks, you're going to see a lot of activity happen up there as dirt starts to fly and we see those roads start to be built. So everybody kind of keep an eye up there and watch what happens. We're going to try to take some video of that and take some pictures so we can memorialize that experience for our community. Country Acres is coming along great. They started to put in sidewalks over there during this last week, and if my understanding is correct, within the next couple of weeks they're actually going to start to repave over there. So it's neat to see that coming back together. The very last thing I want to talk to you about is we had the opportunity to be trained in a website called JustServe. They came and talked to us about that, and we have many in our community who are grateful for opportunities to serve one another, and this is a website that you can visit, and there will be things listed on there that you can be involved in to participate with. One of them that I've seen that's coming up right away is the Paint Fest that happens every year. That'll be happening during next month. So again, if you haven't ever participated with those kinds of things, go on that JustServe website. It lists a lot of opportunities for you to give some volunteer service. And if you just have a little bit of time, that can happen. If you have more time, you can find some things that you can get involved in to make our community a little better place. So grateful to live in the city of Chubbuck, where that seems to be the attitude. We really do want to take care of one another and make sure that needs are met. So have a great Friday, and we'll see you next week.